The drivers, characters, and events in TOECAR are fictional. Nobody was harmed in the filming of this production. Now sit back and enjoy the race.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 8 Bowl Speedway, Raceway, International Superspeedway. It's an 8. We're at an 8, but there's no intersection. As you can see, there's a bridge right here, and we're going to do some full throttle left and right turn action here this evening for the TOECAR Garbage Truck Series. That was scary. It was a little scary. Maybe Babe Juth needs to relax a little bit. I'm trying to talk. So, we're here for race number 8 of the Garbage Truck Series season. You know, last week, pretty rough and tumble little truck race at Ricky Raceway. But really only one injury, and we'll go over that in a moment. But first, let's get some thoughts. Mike?
I'm so excited to be at this racetrack. I used to race back here along with a lot of you guys up here in the booth back in the day when we used to be back in the race cars. Oh, such better times. But this was one of my favorite tracks because it's a super speedway, but you got left and right turns. So if you got a disadvantage in one corner, you're set up for an advantage in the next corner. It's a lot like the Gauntlet in that way, but a little less dangerous. But it does have that pit wall right there, right after the start-finish line, where they're going full speed. So that's going to be a challenge here tonight. What do you think, Tristan?
I think we're in for a race of some sorts, you know. I mean, the 8 Bowl. What? It's just a figure 8, where they don't actually cross paths, unlike a Bone Crusher. So you know, it should be a relatively, I'm not gonna say clean race because it's never a clean race, but it shouldn't be as difficult as people make it out to be. You gotta turn left, you gotta turn right, you'll be fine. I promise. You got any more insight, Anthony?
Yeah, no, I mean, this track might be a figure 8, but I'd honestly give it a perfect 10. It is beautiful here. I'm really excited to see, like, the type of racing. I mean, that is insanely dangerous. But other than that, it's a perfect 10 around here. You know, like you said, Tristan, left and right, and that's going to just upset the cars, I feel like. Make it difficult to pass at times, and we might see some big pileups because of that.
That's so true, Anthony. We could pile it up on the racetrack, and then we can pile it up in here. What it is, I'm not sure. But we have an amount of laps to run here this evening at the 8 Bowl. And the only way that we could get that started is by going through this week's injury report with Mike.
The truck race couldn't hold a candle to the Cup Series in the medical department. That was a mess, but that's for another day, tomorrow specifically. Early on lap 6, Big Luke lifts along with Guy Pressure. On lap 6, Big Luke lifts, Claire Pressure, and Guy Kia all went hard into the turn 2 inside wall there on the back straightaway. Big Luke clearly had the biggest hit, and he's complaining of some pain in his left ribs. He went in the exam room, Dr. Basil said, lift your shirt up. Put a little seasoning in his hand, and then you'll be alright. Dr. Basil might be a chef for all we know, because every passing week I start to doubt the doctor thing more and more. Another reason for that is because he diagnosed Claire Pressure with mammary inflammatory. Claire was complaining of some tenderness around her bosoms, but that can be expected with such a hard frontal impact like that. Luckily, she has a Honda Vice Cruiser of her age, but with her already being in the playoffs with her win at Texas World, she's going to go ahead and hop out of the truck on the first pit stop and allow her grandson Aaron to hop in, give him some time behind the wheel, and give her chest some time to relax. Speaking of upset chest, also in that crash was Guy Kia. Dr. Basil tried to give him the simple massive Chris diagnosis, but you know, with his Swedish roots, he wanted to be appropriate for Mr. Kia, so he gave him Massive Christopher. I probably said that in an accent that's not Swedish in any way, but you know, if you're walking on ice, you might as well dance. And then the only other big incident in the race was on lap 25 in the same part of the racetrack. Taylor Ham and Eaton Beaver getting the worst of that one. Taylor got away pretty clean, but he got back to the pits and the whole bottom of the truck was just covered in lettuce. His crew chief Capsaicus Mason was not happy with what happened. I give you a beautiful sandwich and you knocked the lettuce all over the fucking floor. No respect. But his dog, Pork Roll, came in clutch, ate up all the lettuce, got the truck nice and clean for tonight. Not so fortunate that accident was Eaton Beaver. The wooden roll cage, you know, it can withstand some hits, but not ones like that. Completely splintered the roll cage and then just sent the bark off of it flying right into Eaton's face and all other parts of his body, including his beaver. Just devastating. Dr. Basil didn't know what to do when he looked at him. He asked for tweezers, a plunger, a toilet wand, matchsticks, batteries, bubble gum, a Slim Jim, and a Mr. Pibb. Dr. Basil had his work cut out for him that night, but couple hours into trying to get the bark out of him. He said, "Fuck this, man, you're done for the season." and just stormed out, slammed the door. His degree fell off the wall and shattered. Very unprofessional, but, I understand the frustration. Dr. Basil probably could sense what was coming the next day, and he knew he was going to be in for a long one. He wanted that day just to be over. So, Eaton Beaver, unfortunately, especially for Matt, is going to be out for the season. But taking over in the 91 truck for the rest of the season, a familiar face, Florida Man's going to be returning. I don't even think he got a Plot 55 start if I recall correctly, so big moment for him and especially his fans. I'm sure he'll be making the headlines in no time. One other important thing to note, Ginger Joe had his surgery where he's now able to turn right undone after his big crash back at Charlotte. And he has to be able to turn right to be able to race here. So during the off week, he got together with Dr. Basil, and he asked him if there's anything he can do for him. And I guess on top of being a chef, a doctor, and a lawyer, and everything else, Dr. Basil is also an electrician. Because his solution for Ginger was to put a light switch right in his chest that he flips before he goes into a right-hand corner. And it inverts his nerves to make his arms turn to the right instead of the left. That sounds cool, except for the fact that it causes immense pain every time he has to do it. And he's going to have to flip that switch every time he has to change directions. But he's willing to do it, so Godspeed, brother.
Well, damn, Mike. Of course, I, of all people, really hate to hear the news about Eaton Beaver, because as we all know, I love Eaton Beaver. One of my favorites. Definitely my top 3, and not number 3. But Florida Man stepping in. It's been a while since we've seen Florida Man. I think this is a Florida Man type track, so we'll see how well he does here tonight. Maybe he wins the race, and maybe that shakes up the entire playoff scenario. And if he shakes up the points situation or playoff situation, this is where everybody else kind of sits, right? Clink Bottles leads the points by a pretty good margin over guys that aren't in the top 4 in points right now. So I feel like he's pretty safe as long as he just has 2 decent weeks before we get to the finale. The Orb, he has a win this season. Claire Pressure, win this season. You Can't Hear Me, win this season. Philip McCrack, Jeff George, Jeff Gordon, Fred Wurst, and Wally Waffle Stomp, who is actually down in like 40th in points, but he has a win, so he's in the playoffs. What we're looking at as far as the cut line goes, and this is where it gets a little nerve-wracking, because Harold Klott, currently that 4th truck in points that doesn't have a win, with 188 points. Closest guy to him is malnourished Marcus Morgan. Morgan! With 179. That's pretty damn close, with just 2 races left to go. Walter Cooler still not out of the weeds even, or is making music. It's really just Clink Bottles, who doesn't have that much to worry about. But malnourished Marcus Morgan, LeBronchitis, Backshot Jones, Eaton Beaver, which obviously not going to make up any points now. Octavius Flex. These are guys that are within reach right now. So they have a lot to race for. They have a lot to worry about as they go through these next 2 races. And of course, here at Eight Bowl, kind of dangerous a little bit, as well as CRI, which we know is dangerous. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys had to pick one guy out of those names I said, who do you think would be popping into the playoffs off points and not a win?
I think it's going to be Harold Klott. He gets so close so many times, but he folds like a lawn chair coming to the white flag, it seems. But he might be able to get it done on points. He has determination. If he gets through this race, I think he's going to get it done, get in on the top 4 in points there.
See, here's where I'm going to counter that, because I think Harold Klott actually will get a win and find his way into the playoffs regardless. So, who would make it in 4th in points, you ask? Well, I wouldn't count out LeBronchitis. He's had some very stellar runs this season, and I think he's in a really good position to play spoiler here and do exactly that.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and go with the guy who's trying to just, it's not a difficult pick, but he's trying to get that Season 1 championship and the Season 3 championship. Give me making music to, it's a safe pick. I feel like it would be sillier if I said something like, I don't know, his opponent Rustard and Ketchup, if he were to riddle off 2 really good finishes in a row. It's not out of the realm of possibility if everyone fucks up and or misses the next race.
Yeah, it really comes down to if any of the guys currently top 4 get a win. Because, of course, that shifts down who's 4th, and then it really opens it up. So, I mean, I have a feeling about Octavius Flex. I feel like he's going to remember something in the next 2 weeks. So, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Just wanted to give you a nice deep dive update on the points in case you don't look at them on a week-to-week basis.
I know I don't sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I don't even know what's going on. I haven't looked at these in weeks. But anyway, we got all the basics out of the way, and it's time to get things really rolling. And the only way we can truly do that is to read off our NASCAR Racing Garage Lighted House and Candy Dish, candy not included, starting grid. On the pole for tonight's 50-lap festivities here at the 8 Bowl, it's Philip McCrack, last week's winner, which is, I mean, that's pretty cool. This reminds me of when Dewey Div got back-to-back wins in Season 1, you know? Just really rattled them off for 2 weeks in a row. He's on the pole. On his outside, Walter Cooler in that 9 truck, fighting to stay within that top 4 in points like we talked about. In row 2. Right now it's Claire Pressure, but as was discussed in the injury report, Claire kind of suffering from a little bit of mammary and flammery, so she's going to start this Grand Prix and then get out of the truck so that Aaron can hop in and finish the race. Of course, there was that one moment where she hopped out for a little bit to do some business, but then she got right back in. So this will be Aaron's actual first go of the season. On her outside, it's the 8 truck of Making Music, of course, going after that Season 1 championship as well as the Season 3 championship, as well as just making the playoffs in Season 3. We'll see what happens. Coming up next, we have Guy Kia in the 44 truck, as well as the 28 of Fred Wurst on his outside. Starting 7th, it's our sunshine, LeBron Kitus, in that classic number 6 Sprite Mobile. And on his outside, Conarty's still looking for a sponsor after things didn't work out with the company that was on there before. In the next row, we have, I'd say it's Tristan's favorite, it's Winterbines in the 24 truck for one more week. You know, lucky to be in this truck for one more week. Thanks, Mike. On its outside, it's the conjoined twins of Chicken McNugget in that 65.
In the next row, we got the 57 of John Hummer Niemenek coming back again for his new full-time ride. Did pretty good last week, trying to do even better this week. And then we got Rustin and Ketchup in the 42. He needs to get a win. Get it done, boy. Hurry up. And it's Mark, I guess. Yep. And then malnourished Marcus Morgan.
Morgan!
Morgan!
Then we have Dr. Chemo Slice in the 86 truck. Start next to him, it's Tiny Stewart. He's tiny. Then we have Clinkopotamus in the 54 truck staring right at me. And Babe's Youth in the 33. This is a racetrack where Babe's stupidity can shine, so let's keep it in check. Behind them, we got Harold Clot, another scary racetrack for Harold, but it's time to suck it up, Buttercup. It's just like the old wars. And beside him, it's Octavius Flex, hoping to gain some familiarity with this place, because he doesn't know shit otherwise.
Starting 21st, you know I said it last week, and I'll say it again, the nighttime is the right time, but that is not the case for LED lights, as it is nighttime, and LED lights scared of the dark. But they start 21st. 22nd, in the 67, my bestie, to 3 Masato. Starting 23rd, the pork roll himself, that is Taylor Ham in the 30 truck. And then to his outside, Backshot Jones, who's kind of had an up and down season so far. Let's see if he can make some noise here today. Starting 25th, already securing a spot in the playoffs, that is the 58 of You Can't Hear Me. And then to his outside, that is Big Luke Lips in the 19 truck. Starting 27th is the 23 of Deddy McBetty. And starting 28th, welcome back Mason Dixon to the TOECAR Garbage Truck Series. Although I don't think he's ever raced a truck before. But regardless, welcome back, Mason Dixon. Another driver who's making his first return in a long time, the 91, a Florida man. He will start 29th. And then rounding out the top 30, that is Stacy. Yeah.
In 31st, it'll be Ginger Joe. He'll be flipping that shit all race long. And to his outside, it's the winner this season, the Orb. In 33rd, it's the 76 of Down Under, and to his outside, it is the 46 of David Krappenschitz. Need a good run today. Behind them, it's the 97 of Dewey Div, and to his outside, the 74 of Dad Gum. On the inside row, we have Chad GPT in the 01, and to his outside, it's the 96 of Corey Origami. Starting 39th, the 32 of Mateus Paiva. Looking to continue try and find his way back up to the front. Feels like every week since his retreat, he's been lingering. And to his outside, it's Tom and Jerry Walls. Starting 41st on the final row, it's Todd the Stained Trousers in that 45 for Braden Bunch. who, by the way, guys, I don't know if you know this, he's dead. And
What?
42nd, rounding out the field, it is Wally Waffle Stomp. Now let's go ahead and hand it on over to Jason Payson for today's... Oh, wait, fuck.
Drivers, start your engines!
A firm voice for a challenging race. You got to have a guiding hand here at this one.
Had a little pep in his step there.
Yeah, he just wanted to say that shit and get on out of here, I guess.
Some good
Fuck
energy.
off, NVIDIA. Anyway.
Yeah. And your eyebrows.
Yeah, you know? And coleslaw. Fuck coleslaw.
Well,
Honestly, though,
certain ones are good.
coleslaw.
Let's not get into this right now. We got a long race ahead of us. We don't need to get on slaw talk.
Slot.
All right, then, if you say so.
I'm on slaw watch right now.
We got 42 trucks rolling off that pit road, and now they're hitting the stanky leg. Yeah, like a lot of storylines, as we brought up in the points rundown. Many people just need to win to have any chance of making the playoffs. So we'll see how it goes. These guys up front, pretty much everybody in the top 4 is pretty safe. Guy Kia is the first one he's 18th in points right now. So yeah, I mean, everyone around him is looking pretty good. Maybe he'll just bully them out of the way. Hopefully he leaves Claire alone until she gets on out of that truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, one thing, guys,
What?
that is very concerning about this racetrack, if anything happens and they go up into the outside wall on one of these right-handers, it is a driver's side impact, so...
Ooh, you're so
And
right.
that's why we gave him an extra pillow just in case.
That's right, but we're about to go green here. Apologies, I'll tell you guys later.
Pace car peels off. 42 trucks coming in the line, led by Philip McCrack, and we are green.
Buggity.
Look at them go.
Pretty
That's also
wide
worth
early.
noting. It's worth noting that pillow probably isn't going to do a whole lot, but at least it'll be a tiny bit softer.
Pretty sure it's just feathers.
Guys, I'm hearing from Cardor that the pillow is actually just like one of those really cheap ones from Walmart, so I don't think that's gonna do much.
Oh man.
Oh, it's not even memory foam.
No, it's nowhere
That would
near
help
any foam.
Octavius.
It could. It
It
won't,
really could.
but it could.
Hey, look at Claire. She knows she's getting up out of there, so she wants to go ahead and get the lead a lap here on her own volition.
Doing a great
Good on
job
her.
so far.
Yeah, it's
Probably
really
gonna get
impressive.
that. Yeah, look at they're going to be moving side to side off the corners.
Blocking all the lanes.
Yeah, but now she's just moving up. She got that lap, and now she's probably going to follow the back.
It worries me how
real with
close
you.
they get to that pit wall as they cross the start-finish line, and I
Ah.
feel like we're going to see some calamity there if one thing goes wrong.
Well, you know what they
Pit
call
wall
that, Tristan, you know what they call that wall? It's Schrodinger's pit wall, so...
Is that what they call
Oh,
it?
whoa!
Yeah, that is what they
Big
call it.
squeeze right there. You can't
Five
hear me
wide.
Oh,
saying you can't
five
see me.
wide,
You gotta let me
and
through.
they're still five.
We're still 5.
Oh, they're wiggling.
Oh, he's getting...
Whoa! Wrecking on the bottom. Big crash in the outside wall. Lots of oh shit!
Oh, big.
Oh, that's
lots
Couple
of
trucks
cars.
upside down. Chicken Mick, Babe Juth. Oh, I just saw Big Luke get hit back there. Big pile up.
Somebody's
that
upside down.
upside
Off
down?
turn
there.
4.
Oh, Clink is
shit,
all
you're
Harold's
still-
destroyed.
Pile drove the 54.
They're
God damn.
still ricocheting.
Ooh,
Well, they raced back.
Sure did.
that was Babe Juice.
Good
that
thing
was
Claire
sitting
got that
turtle.
lap led. She didn't have to get out of the truck, but we have... Guys, we got a big crash to look at.
Well, let's look at it.
Ooh.
Well, guys, let's take a look at what brought this yellow out, or at least started the crash. Looks like Chicken McNugget gonna get into the 44 of Guy Kia. Turn him down to
Oh, Jesus!
Holy shit.
That's a big hit.
Oh,
Oh, God, that was another big hit up ahead. I
Yeah,
think that was Chicken Mick.
Yeah.
Who, you know,
Oh.
they get their comeuppance after causing the incident.
Oh my god, yeah. I would say they're in it.
Very much in it. I mean, you got to think about their situation in the cockpit. One of them turns right, one of them turns left. They have to be arguing in there about whose turn it is. So,
wouldn't be the first time.
God, yeah, trucks piling in the back. Harold probably not going to be very up to speed today, guys, after
Oh,
that. Look at it.
Poor guy Kia, who's had stellar runs for the majority of this season, and just it's gonna end super early for him today.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying, underpacing. He was the only guy starting up front that really needed a good day, so womp womp.
Taking a look, coming off of the final turn here. Lots of trucks getting up into the wall. You see Harold had a pretty hard look there. Chicken Mick getting turned over. Oh! Tiny stored the orb with a hard leg. Babe Juth up there, already turned over, then gets into the wall. Very violent crash for the end of lap 2 here, guys.
Tiny gets another hit. God damn.
I was gonna say, it's not the first time we've seen that 65 upside down this season, but then again, we've seen pretty much just about everybody upside down at least once this season.
Hard leg for Big Luke, too, after one last week at Riki.
Tough scenes, you know?
Oh, another one.
Hit again.
And then here comes Harold in the clink. Oh, I had to shatter a few of them.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely clunk.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not saying it.
Put a picture of his fucking message for you to do that.
Taking a look after the crash, and that's Octavius Flex, and I believe that's the 09 there of Wally Waffle Stomp, and oh no, oh my goodness, wait. Oh my god.
Shit.
Well, I mean, Octavius Flex just almost erased himself from history completely at that point. Holy shit. Thank God he remembered where he was going.
Like I said, one false move, and it's gonna be absolute chaos. Right around that pit entry. Crazy stuff.
Right on board here with Babe Juth. Of course, he has a little tumble. So let's see how we get there.
Oh, man, there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah. He just gets pushed. It's absolutely bullied. Oh, God. And then he's stuck there. Only one stuck upside down, but of course Guy Kia didn't get back going either, so.
There's the helmet cannon as he stares at the pavement.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, that's a 6 shifter.
That is, I love that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that. That's awesome. We're gonna ride aboard Chicken McNugget, but listen to the audio a little bit here.
They're definitely bickering in there.
They're just screaming at each other, arguing, bickering, all while they're flipping.
Stop! Yeah, they don't stop while they're crashing. That's crazy.
Just, no regards to human life whatsoever.
Yeah.
They're selfish, just arguing amongst themselves. They probably don't even realize they just caused an accident.
You know what they say, the best family vacations were always when mom and dad were arguing.
That does scare me every time. Back here at the 8 Bowl, as they turn right around turns 3 and 4. Calamity Corner so far here tonight, but we got Making Music, and we got Fred Wurst up here on the front row. Malnourished Marcus Morgan, and Mark, I guess, is up there as well. Yeah.
TOECAR.
Skid marks left over, but that's okay.
It's a nice pond.
Look at the
over
blimp.
there.
What a nice view this is. Oh,
It's a beautiful track.
there goes Jason. Pulling into pit road for the second time today. Hopefully he doesn't have to do that too much. As we go green, once again.
Yippee.
They don't restart until they get really close to the line. TBH.
Well, they just want to make sure that the restart's legal every time. We have strict rules here in TOECAR that are just rarely enforced.
It might be legal on the last lap.
It's definitely legal on lap 7.
Okay. Well, it is lap 7. Lucky us. And Making Music leads the field with Malnourished Marcus Morgan. Right on his bumper.
Aaron Pressure, now in the 75 truck after that first pit stop.
Of course.
Relieving his
Forgot to bring up
inflamed
Aaron.
grandmother.
Yep, just a little puffy. It's okay.
Probably for the best.
She'll calm him down, and then she'll be all right.
I mean, that was one tough titty, honestly, so I get it.
Oh, here comes Wally Waffle Stomp.
That was at
Speaking
the
of tough,
cars, not that comment, by the way. 4 wide for the lead up there. Come back.
yeah,
Megan's
Wally's
getting
going
thrown out.
with Walter.
Great push right there. Here comes Aaron.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah,
what a
Aaron's
view
not
here.
wasting any time.
I mean, he doesn't
Like
have
some of
much
the
of a
others.
chance this season. Might as well get what you can.
Yep. Claire
Yeah,
led
push-
a lap today. He wants to lead a lap today. Maybe he'll get up there. He's got Stacy behind him, so it's not looking great. But
Oh,
Make
my God.
music hard
Oh,
to
no.
the wall. Someone's upside down in the fence.
Oh,
shit,
no.
they're
Oh,
still
no. Oh, my
piling
God.
in. Oh fuck.
Oh, my
Chicken
God.
Like
Just-
Octavius Flex. Big
Chicken
Luke
Mick just got fucking smoked.
down under was upside down. Look at Harold flying through here with no hood,
Oh.
racing back to the line.
Holy shit, what an
God
impact.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Guys, we had
What
a big
happened?
fucking crash, guys.
Guys, I think the yellow's out.
Guys, I think they crashed.
Listen to the cheers from the 42 radio.
Well, we had a wreck here earlier, and we have a wreck here again. Same type of situation. Bumpers getting hooked together, and that sends making music.
Oh.
Walter Cooler, Connor
Oh,
Artis,
God.
Fuck!
into the wall. Aaron gets
Oh
involved.
my
in it.
God.
The fence
More
is getting
trucks.
ripped down.
Yeah, it's all tore up. Walter's probably all tore up a little bit in there too, as well as look
Look out.
Connor Artis is upside down.
Oh,
And here come a bunch
Daddy.
of trucks flying into it, including, but not surprised, Babe's Youth. Octavia's upside. Oh,
Oh, what a wild
Down
hit
Under
there.
is upside down.
Octavius flex on his roof.
Look at Philip McCrack sneaking through
Look
there
at
on the
Harold.
top.
He is not lifting. No hood, no problem. But
Man,
big
fuck it.
problems for about everybody else.
That's a lot of positions he just made up.
Sure is.
There is.
Keeping that playoff hope alive. Hopefully everybody else that was involved in this crash is still alive. I guess we'll find out.
take a look from the Bridgestone bubble up here. Octavius Flex. Oh man, what a big hit up in front of them. But separate crash starts, trying to avoid that. Oh, LED lights just comes down. Thought he was clear.
Look at
And
that
backs
save,
up
though.
into Stacy there. Oh, down under with a big hit.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus!
Yeah, but crap
Big
and
Luke
shit's...
lifts.
No, he doesn't. Clearly.
Clearly not.
Didn't lift for a second.
A lot of damage there to the 23 of Deddy McBetty as well. Just
Lots
see them.
of-
They are just piling into it. The 95 gets hit again by Aaron.
62.
Aaron,
Connor
God,
East
he's
just
just
back
hitting
there.
everything. What the fuck's his problem?
I don't
Not
know,
used
boy.
to this.
Get ready for a wild ride, folks. We're on board at the 9 of Walter Cooler, and oh, here we go. Oh my goodness. And I just want to talk just how wow, how good these catch fences are now after the devastation we had at Kansas. You know, we put a little bit more investment into these catch fences to at least exist in the first place and hold this car in, because that could have easily gotten into the crowd there. He was right on a trajectory. Just a vicious hit, and I think he's done for the day, folks.
Well, like what Matt said just a moment ago, he didn't lift, and that's what Big Luke lifts, or
Oh.
rather didn't lift. That was a mouthful. Anyways, he just plowed into that wreck, took a few tumbles,
Ugh. Right
took
before he
another
gets
hard
again.
hit.
He deserved
just-
that one.
You know, that's karma, plain and simple.
Man, and Connor East is back there getting bullied while on his lid. He's gone now, but he just kept getting pushed like a damn bulldozer.
Poor lad. Having a tough season at this point now, huh?
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him!
Now let's go back here with Harold, who no one is around him. This truck is severely off the pace. He's just hanging out. He comes around the corner, and it's gonna open up, and you're just gonna see a bunch of wrecked shit. There it is. He's freaking out in there. He's like, "What do I do? What do I do?" Already a little confused. Whoa.
Got into
From it.
worse a little bit.
Yeah, confused via the earlier incidents, but goddamn, if he didn't make it around all that shit. And we're back at the 8 Bowl. A little bit of a shake-up up here. Some of the key players from the day so far, though. But we got Wally Waffle Stomp and Mark, I guess, going to be leading the field back this go-around. Hopefully, we can get a good few laps clean and green now that, probably at least a third of these trucks have damage that is at least significant enough to impact them in the race. So they got to stay in
Get
the
outta here.
draft, unlike
Yeah, let's
Harold.
fucking get
the last
after
one.
it.
Hey guys, I'm back. You guys want any cheese?
Yes.
No.
Why didn't you ask sooner?
Or green.
What kind of cheese?
And the cheese flag is out.
I got yellow cheese or I got white cheese.
And guys, they call it cheesing because it's fun to do.
That was a cheesy joke, Matt.
Dude, rest in peace, Sarah, by the way, just real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rest in
honestly.
peace, Harold's pace in this race. He
Yeah,
immediately
Do
caught
not
on
use
the line
those
with
words in a
people
sentence
go.
together. Do not put that on me.
No, it's okay. He can't go fast enough anymore. Look at him.
He's
Just
fast
falling
enough
back.
to come flying in 195,000.
Nah.
Ruster taking advantage of Macon's unfortunate circumstances here. Oh,
Whoa,
God!
and he's trying to wreck him.
Oh,
Oh,
Kimo with a hard leg.
slice.
Winter
Hard
finds
in
on
the
the
Oh,
side.
no.
Oh, no.
There goes Harold.
Oh, we're done, so.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
my God.
Shit.
Macon
Oh, my
with a...
God.
Oh. Oh, man.
Holy shit, Aaron, get
Oh,
going,
look
get
out,
going,
buddy.
Aaron, get going. Oh, no.
God, and they're squeezing by on the.
Someone hit
right
hard
side.
back there. I don't know who it was. Was it Rustard?
I
I think it was
was
Rustard.
Kimo back there, too. Oh, he's rolling.
Fucking
Oh, thank
A.
God.
Okay, good.
God damn it, guys.
Winter.
No!
I'm sorry, Tristan.
No, you're not!
You're right. I'm
Look, I had
cheesed
to deal with it
here.
last week. You have to deal with it this week. It'd be like that.
Well, let's begrudgingly take a look at what happened here. Rustard and Ketchup just...
Okay.
I guess he'd call that a big head. He saw what happened to Rustard, or... that's him. He saw what happened to Macon, and he's decided to capitalize on it, and what better way to do that than by turning the 86 truck.
I guess so.
Just got into the fuel cell there. Oh, hard lick for him, and wind turbines. That's damage for the blades possibly there, Tristan.
Oh.
And then it
42
just
gets involved into the outside wall there. Oh! Oh!
Now, who hit hard? Someone did hit really hard, and I think it was this 42 truck. Here
I
in a
think you'd
second.
be right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh! Bouncing
Oh,
around.
right, Octavius.
And upside down. Look at who's coming in. It's making music to laugh at him.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
He tried to hit him, but Octavius got in the way.
Wow.
And guys, I'm hearing a report down from Card War. That hit may have done it. Some of Octavius's memories are coming back.
He remembered that this crash happened, I guess.
I'll tell you what, man. That's good to hear that at least some of the memories are coming through. And guys, taking a look here at the 24. Oh my God. What an impact there for so many of these guys. And then boom. Holy shit.
Right.
And guys, I'm hearing on the radio actually from the 86 of Dr. Chemo Slice that he does in fact have marinara. Like, he is dealing with marinara in the car. However, he also has just come over the radio and said, guys, I'm a doctor, I'll deal with it. So luckily, all those years of medical school, I think he can handle his own marinara. Unbelievable grit out of that 86.
This leaves Dr. Basil some work. I'm not going to complain.
I'm
honestly.
starting to think Marinara's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, just ask Dale.
And here's what happened to Todd the Stained Trousers. You know, Wreck's almost over.
Oh.
And he gets collected in a late piece with Harold in the
Oh,
55. It just comes all the way across into Aaron, which then straightens Harold back out, so that's good at least. Not been a great time for Todd the Stained Trousers since his return, but he keeps this thing going somehow. And there's the pile back there. Oh, and there they go.
And guys, I'm hearing reports
that's
over the
second
radio.
place.
Wait, what?
Wally's at second place.
What happened
What's
to him?
happening to Wally, guys? I'm freaking out, guys. What's happening to Wally?
He was second place coming to the one to go there, but he dropped all the way in the back here.
Huh.
Wonder what happened.
He got scared.
Maybe he's scared. Yeah.
I said it first.
Okay, that's cool, man. Doesn't matter. Got
Does
Mark,
to
I
me.
guess, leading him down. With now, I guess, to 3 Masato. So, yeah. Not a lot of clean trucks left in this one. It's only lap 17.
And guys, I'm
Starting on
hearing,
lap 18.
guys, real quick, I'm hearing from Cardor, the 09, it's just another situation with a driver that shit themselves.
Oh.
He's known as a serial shitter, but usually in water. I'm concerned as we're green.
Oh, look at him. He's already whipping out to the inside. Trying to get around them slow trips.
Yeah, that's gotta be terrible being back there.
Excuse me, anyway. Oh,
That
man.
didn't happen.
Hey, he's still out here. It's all good.
He is.
Slow as
Sometimes-
shit. But, you know, you'll have that.
He's with the shitters.
There's not a lot of...
pressure. A lot of these guys are still out here just because they know more trucks might wreck, so they're just here to gain spots when they can. But I mean, it's lobbing it up for guys like Three Masato and Mark, I guess, to lead this field. Marcus Morgan, the malnourished one, right behind him though.
Career day.
There's a nourished Morgan?
Sure.
Oh.
Possible career day in the making here for Three Masato. He has not had a single good race since, I mean, probably season 1 at the end of the season. But, honestly, season 2, it was okay for his full-time cup debut, but down here in the truck series, it just sucks. But, today's a good day. Oh, man. Was that old smoke? No, that's new smoke. What happened?
Is the caution out?
No.
No.
Oh.
We'll
right.
review
worry
that,
about it
write
later.
that down, lap 19.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that later.
Noted. We're noting.
I just wanted to say, you know, Three Masato is having a decent season in the points. He's 19, but someone who's having a terrible year is Mark, I guess, and he's behind some dead drivers at this point. Drivers who have missed races, like Sarah, for example. He is 42nd in points with only 62 points, so an absolutely insane run. This guy needs a win more than almost anyone else in the field right now. He has no shot of doing anything. He might not even be able to race next season.
It's also worth noting he is the worst driver to have complete every single race, or at least start in every single race this season so far.
Easily.
That's true. Well,
Maybe
he's
he
leading
can-
now, so we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. We got other. Oh, see, I was gonna say we got other hungry drivers all around him.
Yeah,
Tadori
Bessie's
Masato is
going
not
for
gonna
it.
give up easily. LED Light's not gonna give up easily either. Not really in the best points position.
Look who's
I
at
can't
fourth.
even find him.
It's Ginger Joe with that very painful switch that they're using to turn right on this track. I guess he's fighting through the pain. He's in the top 3 right now.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah,
painful corner right here. This is just
Oh
agony
God!
for this
Can
man.
you get off this? Can you get off this? I don't want to hear him scream like that. That is. Thank you. You know who can't scream, by the way? The Zero of the Orb. He just kind of sounds like Fusion.
It's like a
Just-
humming sound. Yeah.
Like you,
you
it's
can
that.
see him in there.
Like when I put in my irradiated battery into my car, it makes the same noise.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't like it. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of therapeutic.
It makes my balls tickle.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Anyway.
Things finally
something-
starting to calm down here.
That is a sick shot.
yeah. Things are obviously settling down for the moment due to so many damaged trucks,
Mhm.
so many off pace, and now I think we kind of have a good group of trucks here. That
This is.
these are going to be the trucks that will win the race. It's one of these guys here.
Somebody
Great.
will win this race.
Great
Oh,
observation.
no.
But what I mean is, like, you know, we have our strong trucks and then we have our shitters.
That's a strong truck right here. Look at the run Mark, I guess, is getting. Yum.
That's pretty cool.
Now, if only that was an intersection,
Well,
it would be going crazy right now.
we'd have even less trucks.
Well, at least they do something cool.
This is pretty cool right here, going 3 wide, and Ginger doing it in the
Whoa!
middle of the pain corner for him. That's very impressive.
Orb washed up the track, almost wiped out our sunshine there.
Now the Orb, he can afford to make some really stupid moves here today because, like we saw before, he won the Totem of Undying, which means if he were to hit that pit wall full speed, that would activate and that would keep him here on this planet, and he could decline God's calling home.
Hey guys,
Yeah. Whoa,
Someone
what a
I wanna-
block.
someone I want to talk about. How about that 79 of Stacy being up here in the lead pack? Doing
Striding
a
a great
tremendous
job.
job.
Oh no!
Apple
Oh,
box is
no.
working.
Oh,
Well,
and the orb.
let's see if
Hard
he
to
needs
the
the totem.
outside wall. I don't think that's totem worthy. That's not the driver's
Oh,
side.
he's
It's-
rolling back up the track, and I'm sure there's cars coming at
He's
full
stuck on the
speed.
embankment.
Oh!
Oh my god!
dad
Oh my
job!
god! Oh my fucking god!
They got him on. You got him unstuck. I think that just blew Dadgum's motor, though. Yep, he's smoking now.
I think that's going to be a yellow.
That's
I
got to be.
would
a
say-
yellow.
That pennant's working overtime on this one.
Well, that one wasn't too crazy, but it's gonna bunch him back up. All right. Well, we had a nice run going, but eventually the orb just clears himself on LED lights and
Oh.
comes back up the track, and you can't hear me, and bang, in the outside wall.
No, you
Luckily,
don't-
it's not the driver's side in this case.
That's what I was going to say, Matt. Normally when that type of crash happens, that would have possibly make him use his totem right there, but that was the passenger side, and luckily didn't hit it head on either, and also lucky right here, had the back of the car, back of the truck, onto the racing surface there, and passenger side nonetheless. So when Dadgum finally gets around here, which, I mean, that'll be right there. Oh,
Oh,
just
just
barely
my
clips
God.
him. Gets him up
That
in the
thing-
air.
If anything, he should say thank you for getting him unstuck off that embankment.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's gonna need the tow.
Orb
Let's
drove
go for
off like,
Octavius.
like nothing was wrong there.
Yep. The orb is unfazed.
Oh!
Holy shit.
One
Are we
through.
sure?
Yeah, he's all good.
What
Holy
happened
slow
earlier?
trucks. I don't know.
Yeah, let's go find out. Guys, I think we found what happened. And it was making music and Rustler
Oh!
Ketchup racing so hard against each other for that Season 1 championship. And, you know, Mick just kind of blocked him, and then Tiny Stewart just had nowhere to go and kind of hooked him.
What a terrible lick, and they kept going.
Season 1 championship implications.
Absolutely. He said, I'm not having a good day, you're not having a good day. Neither of us are having a good day.
Right on board with Tiny Stewart through this. Yeah, Ruster just clears him all self.
Oh,
Oh, and then Aaron got tagged there and hit the wall too, but kept it going without scrubbing off too much speed.
Hi,
Maybe
Winter.
he just remembered he hadn't hit that wall yet as he tries to hit everything while he's in the truck today.
Bye, Winter.
Welcome back once again to the 8 Bowl.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Tristan. We have, of course, well, Mark, I guess, was leading, and now he's not. So now it's Thrima and the Bronchitis.
I guess he's...
And we're pulling out a card that we have never pulled out in TOECAR before, where, you know, things just keep happening. We start dwindling on trucks, and we pull this card, where lap 40 would make this race official in the case of anything happening weather-wise or other portal-related incidents, things out of our control. But we are going to go to lap 50 as long as nothing happens. So, as they go green, something to think about for these drivers. They got to make their moves now, get up to the front, and be ready to go for that last 10 laps, because at any time, the plug could get pulled.
Rest in peace, Bellagio.
Damn. So true.
Slow as shit back here, man. Good lord.
Yeah, 42 is a bit worse for wear, as well as the 33 and others. But these guys, they still got pretty good trucks. We got
Fucking
Ginger Joe
rippers out
flipping
here.
the switch down the straightaways, taking the lead. And there's Marcus Morgan going with him.
Morgan.
Yep, it's sending Thrima Sato back to third place. As they clear him.
And Tathrima's going to have a big advantage here. Backshot doesn't get a run underneath him right there. He slams a door on him, and so does Ginger up there.
guys, look who's back up here in the top 5. Yeah, it's the 09. After just shitting himself, again, just absolutely out of nowhere. Clean pants, clean drive. He's made it all the way back through all this traffic.
Hell yeah.
Clean Bottle's still
getting-
up here with a great season continuing.
Yeah, points leader. Obviously has some damage.
Oh,
but
Stacy!
we're
Jesus!
seeing some new trucks make their way up here. They got stuck behind some slow trucks on our last run. So even though we lost a couple fast trucks in that last accident, some new ones have taken their place, like the 32. Mateus Paiva's up here finally. It's been taken all day. He's got Philip McCrack behind him, last week's winner. And there's two, that's Clink and Todd the Stained Trousers lurking in the back there. I don't know how Todd's lurking, or Dr. Chemo Slice. Like,
He's leaking, not lurking.
yeah, they're doing both. A lot of L words.
Mason back here, not doing a great job in my truck. You better figure something out, buddy, or else it's going to be curtains for you. 3 wide back here for Upteenth.
Yeah, they're racing for nothing.
And slow,
There's
too.
Mark. There's Mark, I guess, back here, and he was leading before this. So one, he's wrecking here.
Watch out.
Oh,
Tom
Tom into
and
the
Jerry,
hard
and
lick, and
he's
he
gonna
saved
save
it.
I think that.
One
I think we
save.
might say.
Oh,
We might
yeah.
say green here. Yeah.
Thank goodness for the pillow.
And
Yeah,
I
that's
thought-
the type of crash where it'll help.
Sure did for him.
Mark, I guess, getting impatient after his crew chief called him to pit road. Strange call by Bobby Lobotomy there to pit him, but maybe he's good on fuel and nobody else is, but he's nowhere in contact with the entire lead pack at this point.
The lead pack is starting to spread out a bit here too, actually.
And Thrima's taking the lead again and is now
Single
leading a
file.
choo-choo train.
I don't like trains.
No, you do
That's-
like trains.
No, it's
That's okay.
Francis Borges. He loves trains.
Mike likes trains, don't let him lie to you.
Yeah, don't ask me what I was doing from 2010 to 2013.
Can we put a clip up?
We were just kind of bouncing around the field, trying to see if anyone's going side by side here. As Winterbine's kind of thinking about going around Octavius here. Just all these guys have so much damage. I'm surprised they're still out here, that they're not blowing the motor or anything. It is impressive, but with how spread out the field's getting at this point, do you think that we could see some more aggressive moves now that it's not 3x3?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
we've seen this act before. Babe
Oh,
Juth
no,
has a slow
Babe
car.
Oh no!
In front of the leaders.
You gotta be fucking
Oh,
kidding
and they're
me.
Keep a camera
gonna
on
be
this
side by
guy.
side.
Oh,
Oh,
split
shit,
'em.
watch out! Wow!
Holy shit.
He didn't even block anybody. They chose to slow down. Here comes Mateus Paiva flying up. Now he's
And
blocking
this
2
is gonna
lanes.
separate these guys from the lead pack. Oh no.
He's gonna get turned for doing
He's
that.
gonna get turned driving like that.
I'd be screaming if I'm Backshot Jones right now.
I'd be fuming. The Threema's not gonna be
Absolutely
happy about
unbelievable.
that either.
They're still stuck.
Whoa! He's trying to block clink bottles for what?
Oh, Phil
You're not gonna
McCrack
hit
had
anybody in
enough.
front of you.
Field is extremely spread out now.
Yeah, what an asshole.
Where's
He went
our
to Babe
leaders?
Juth to be that fucking guy.
Here's our
They're
leaders
still
right
racing
now.
side by side behind this.
Yeah, now
But-
it's just,
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken, a 2-car getaway? 2-truck getaway. My apologies.
for now.
For now.
Morgan and Lights. That sounds like a new type of liquor.
Hmm.
Oh.
They are just so. They are so
Oh,
close to
clink!
Schrodinger. Oh, they are so close to Schrodinger's wall. It's actually ridiculous.
Now that's 28 here. That's Fred Wurst. He's slow, but even though it doesn't look it, and he's holding up guys when you're on the lead lap. Backshot Jones, Chemo Slice. I think Chemo might be on the lead
man.
lap. Probably not. Who
Yeah,
knows?
he is.
Anyway,
You know, you can always just go around him.
that
They're not
requires
good
thinking.
at
I mean,
that.
LED
They'd rather
lights
go
made
pretty
a
wide.
LED lights made a really good move to get around the 33, and that's why he's in second right now. But I mean, just jeez Louise.
It's like rolling chicanes out there at the moment.
These two like finding each other on the racetrack, guys.
Well, it's not even
Yeah.
Claire. Does he know? He might not know.
I forgot. Anyway,
Let's take a look at our leaders again here, see what's going on. It looks like, yeah, Malnourished Marcus Morgan and LED Lights, they are checking out because of all these moving chicanes. There's Bestie right there.
now
and the
guys,
bronchitis in tow. Yeah, what's up?
I heard that TOECAR competition director Bill Bullshit is debating a strategy here, where they're gonna get some slow trucks off the track and maybe throw a fun flag.
Mike, what was our competition director's name?
Bill Bullshit.
Oh, of course. How
You
can
know,
I forget?
I went Bill Bullshit about a week ago. Not even a
Did
week
you?
ago. And, you know, meanest gentleman I ever knew. That's all.
They should call him Bill No Bullshit, even though he's about to pull some bullshit.
I don't know. I think we might need to get some of these bullshitters off the fucking track. Oh, we might not need that fun flag after all.
The 28's one of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of bullshitters on the track, and it's definitely
Oh.
affecting these faster cars.
And Fred's getting the worst of it.
I cannot believe they haven't just straight up moved them out of the way.
Well, I mean, Mark, I
3
guess,
wide.
did that earlier. He did that to the 66 because he wanted to make his way up to the front.
Huh.
Oh, there was Mark.
Yeah, I saw him use the colors.
Here's our leaders still spread out, about to catch some more lap traffic. Who is
They
that?
are getting a little bit more
but
joined
they-
together.
Thrima did catch
Yeah.
the leaders.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the draft is working.
6 is on the way, too. Yeah, 6.
Oh,
and
we've
they're
got-
all catching.
We've got more lot traffic coming up
this
here.
might get interesting here, guys.
Bill Bullshit's putting down the finger.
He's
Huh.
ready to go, though.
Now, will these lap cars play a role here?
Oh, we're gonna go.
He just threw a block!
Whoa!
Oh, David Kravitz gets wrecked in turns 1 and 2.
Oh,
watch out, watch out, watch out.
It ain't over.
Mateus. But wait, there's more.
Here they come.
Okay, they're staying high. I think they kind of get the idea here. It's a caution out.
I would assume so. That happened.
Yeah,
with
caution's
the
definitely
leaders.
out. Whew. You never know with Bennett these days.
No, no!
Oh, shit!
No! Oh!
Oh, shit!
Fuck him!
Oh, the
Bullying these
66
lap
has been
cars.
bullied multiple times on this shitty run we just had. Racing back to the line, Malnourished Marcus Morgan in the lead.
And how about Willie Waffle Stop?
Wally.
Wally Waffle Stop. God damn it.
How about
Will-
Stacy? Bitches in 4th, hell yeah.
Dude. Crazy stuff. Crazy, crazy times.
Crazy
Slay
style.
queen. Slay.
Trouble.
Period. Well, guys, we had a nice long green flag run with a lot of interesting storylines going on. but it had to come to an end at some point. This time naturally, instead of Bill Bullshit pressing the button.
Ugh.
I don't know what David Kravish just was thinking. Letting the fast trucks go, just turns down the track into LED lights, wrecks himself, and just goes sliding all around the racetrack. And all the way down, almost gets demolished by Mateus Paiva, which would be just terrible after all of his successes after his little vacation he went on. And then David just kind of sits here as the rest of the trucks go by.
Right on board with LED lights here. Looks like Kravish might have wanted to pit, but then got scared of the pit wall there, and then, wow, lucky not to ramp over his tire there. He would have went flying over the pit lane there.
Looks like LED gets out of it fairly unscathed.
Hopefully didn't make any of the cords loose.
And then here,
Here's a look at what happened with Tom and Walls there.
Yeah, it looks like LeBron Kitus got into Threma, and Tom and Jay Walls gets to be the victim for that.
again.
Yep. Okay, rack them up.
Welcome back to the 8 Bowl yet again. We're coming down to what could end up being the final restart. We got Malnourished Marcus Morgan in the lead with Wally Waffle Stomp behind him. A lot of trucks out of the field, if we could scroll down right quick. All the way up to, 31st. Some of the slow trucks getting taken out of the race. 30 trucks still left on the track. Not a lot of them have a chance at the win, but it's time to make some picks out of those that can. So, Mike, what do you think?
I think today's the day that T3 Masato is finally going to shine. He's either got to win this race or fall back on a provisional to get back into the Cup Series. I think he's going to do it with the win here tonight. What do you think, Tristan?
Well, since you picked my pick, I guess I'll just go with the current leader, who's kind of dominated this race. Malnourished Marcus Morgan is going to win this race today.
Anthony?
I'm going to go ahead and go with the man that keeps having to use a switch to physically drive this track. I think Ginger Joe is going to get the job done in that 13. You got to fight through the pain sometimes.
That's true. And speaking of fighting through pain, my pick is Stacy, who's fighting through the pain of the loss of her best friend Sarah and trying to bring that 79 truck to the glory that it was destined for with Sarah behind the wheel as they come to the start-finish line. And we are green once again.
Wally got a really good jump there. As per usual, the outside line does that.
It does. I mean, we have a good group of trucks that should be up to speed. Grouped together here. Come on, what?
The Threma, he's getting left out, and he's got to hurry up and get in line, or else he's not even going to have an advantage in the next corner. Well, he's got the 13 for draft now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you smelled my fart.
Oh.
I was cutting cheese in other ways.
Oh, no. Well, I'm going to plug my nose for the rest of this race, but...
As he should.
Up front.
Morgan.
Malnourished Marcus Morgan. Still. And bringing along Wally Waffle Stomp. Top 4 now, getting single file. Here comes Ginger Joe.
Left
side of Stacy.
Oh, real quick, before they
Mark,
go forward.
I guess, is back up here.
He is. I wanted to touch on Malnourished Marcus Morgan real quick. His goal is still to eat a trophy physically. I don't think he understands the deal with TOECAR and trophies because, he's been driving so well to try and eat one. But, Mike, we don't have anything for him.
No, throwing a fat, nasty block, or tried to.
I can print him out like a "Your Winner" sticker on the computer, but I don't know if that'll
I think he'll still be malnourished after that.
Well, they're mixing it up here up front, guys.
Yeah. Look at this. Stacy might have an advantage here, but she can get underneath the 13 with the next left-hander.
Here comes my pick, Ginger Joe, looking at him.
He likes these left turns.
He does. It's the next ones. It's the next ones that are gonna hurt.
Hopefully he doesn't forget to flip the switch at some
point.
Oh
yeah,
like to the end of the race.
He straight up could just turn straight into the wall. That is a problem that could happen if he can't fight through it anymore.
Here she comes. She got the 13.
How about LED lights overcoming his fears of the dark here in the nighttime here at the 8 Bowl?
Oh.
Well, the Threma, he's working
close.
his way back.
God, they're getting close to each other's bumpers.
Here we go. This time by. And now it's crunch time, guys. This is where we start seeing the moves if they got any.
I think crunch time was earlier, Tristan.
Well,
there's still a few bones left in this race that we can crack.
Whoa! They held on to it.
Wow.
Holy shit! Wally Waffle Stomp tried to murder LED lights. Not gonna happen. Back
Oh,
shot
Mateus is going to try it now.
I wouldn't trust anyone.
And while all these guys are messing around, the top 5 have pulled a little bit of a gap here with 3 to go. Coming to 2.
Here comes Mark, I guess.
Yeah, Mark.
He, after pitting from the lead, is back up here in the mix.
He was very eager to get back here. We saw him move some cars out of the way, and that was for like 25th or whatever. He's definitely going to make an aggressive move on these leaders.
We got about a 5-truck breakaway now, as Stacy's looking like she wants to make a move. Mark goes to the bottom, I guess.
Ginger Joe follows him.
And malnourished Marcus Morgan is doing a really good job of controlling the lanes here. I gotta
really
say.
is. No, Tristan, I'm really impressed. Like, this has just been an awesome performance from him so far.
We're going to
Coming
be
on the
coming
white
around
flag
for the
here,
white.
guys. One more lap to go. Pennant's waving it like hell. He's like, hell yeah, we're getting out of here.
Does anyone have anything for Morgan?
I don't think so. I mean, Mark, I guess, has some pretty good speed. We'll see what move he makes.
Oh, he's
as they
getting
come out
up
of
onto
turn
the
number
bump.
2. They're
The
generating a
Freeman-
run behind him.
Big run here with the 13. Are they going to make something work down this back straightaway? He's making it the start
He's
here.
gonna
Here
do
we
it.
go.
There goes
Mark, there goes Mark.
Mark,
I
on the
guess.
right, on the inside. I guess taking the lead, bringing to 3 Masato with him. Malnourished
The
Marcus
worst-
Morgan's dominance is going to go out the fucking window as Mark, I guess, clears him through turn 4.
The worst driver
Unbelievable.
in the field, point-wise. He's gonna do it.
And he's going to do it. Mark, I guess, gets the win at 8 Bowl.
Wow.
A massive
Yeah.
upset for this playoff picture.
I'm beside myself. I was talking shit about this man earlier today, and he goes out and makes me eat crow immediately. Holy fuck, Mark! Mark, I guess did it. I guess he did.
I guess. God damn. I
Hey,
mean,
guys, I'm here
I
on
mean,
the
it's a
radio.
fact now.
They congratulate him, and all he said was, "Thanks, man."
yeah, I guess I did it. Type shit.
Yeah, and I guess
Humble.
he's in the playoffs now.
That's
And
winning
the
it the
Cup
right way.
62 points total through 7 races to the playoffs. That's the beauty of it.
A solid 10% of the fan base seething at a wasted cup seat now.
Oh, absolutely. And all you can say is just, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I did it. All right, everyone avoid Schrodinger's wall now, please.
Yeah. That's just where my fingers lie.
Well, guys, it was a very unorthodox TOECAR race here tonight for the Garbage Truck Series, but I think we had a little bit of a barn burner. It's something different, you know? Had some really strange runs, spanning quite a few laps, and then some very hellacious accidents. A nice mix, if you ask me. Culminating in Mark, I guess. Massive upset victory to 3 Masato. Finally a good run this season, finishing in 2nd. Malnourished Marcus Morgan, who led the most laps by a couple over Mark, I guess. Ends up 3rd, getting passed on the last lap like that. Ginger Joe, flipping the switch all day. Pays off with a 4th place finish, as well as LeBron Kitus up there in the top 5. Stacy gets 6th. That's a pretty damn good run for her. That might double her points total so far. I think this is only her 3rd race or 4th race, something like that. Backshot Jones as well. These are people that needed good runs to bump them up towards that top 4 in points to make the playoffs. Wally Waffle Stomp, of course, has a win already. Gets 8th. LED Lights 9th. And Tiny Stewart, despite all of the impacts to the walls, ends up 10th.
Another great run for Clink Bottles here, not letting a single week go to waste. You know, if we had a drop week, Clink wouldn't even need it. He's been doing so good this season. Another good run for Philip McCrack, won last week, 12th this week, not bad. Chemo Slice, Dr. Chemo Slice that is, had to come in and get his rag replaced every pit stop because it was leaking from his Marinero on that one impact, but, you know, rounded it back up for a top 15. 45
Nice.
truck, top the stained trousers in his 2nd race here in a full-time ride. Did pretty good here today, you know, can't complain about that. The Orb didn't need to use his totem. Mason Dixon, you know, tore up my truck for, you know, what's this, the 8th week in a row now? I don't know, I might have had a few clean races. If it did, I've forgotten it by now. Too much pain in between. But pretty decent run. Maybe he'll stop asking for rides at this point. What did you think, Tristan? Did you have fun here tonight?
No, I always have fun here. I mean, it was a little unorthodox, like Matt said, but you know, some great stories with Mark, I guess, winning. Let's take a look at some of the other drivers that finished outside of the top 20 here, though. Starting with John Hunter Niemanek, probably his least it's probably the first race where we really didn't see him a whole lot. Like he's been ever since he's kind of come back. He's always been up there in the mix, and today it just wasn't his day. It feels like. Octavius Flex obviously had that hellacious accident off of turn 4. Let's see who else we got here. We have Harold Clout, who had himself a race, all right, just with no regards to humanity, going through wrecks like they're not even wrecks, plain and simple. Aaron Pressure obviously finishing the race for Grandma, but not the greatest finish he was hoping in his I guess technically second time being in the vehicle this season, but first time actually racing. And then obviously Making Music, who was in a bit of a pissing match with Rustern Ketchup all day. Kind of bested Rustern Ketchup just a bit, not by much, but he did. And then of course Winterbine's making his second and, as far as we know, final start of the season. We'll be finishing one lap down, and then you have a few other drivers here. Anthony, what were we hearing about them?
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of bad accidents, as you can see going through there. I mean, Dadgum got a header from that. I didn't know we were doing soccer out here, but I mean, he hit the orb head on. Florida Man in his start, just a lot of damage. Chicken McNugget, 2 bad accidents tonight. I just, we saw a lot of these guys immediately just get out of the race, which might have been for the best. Honestly, if they stayed out there like some of the other slow trucks, who knows what more carnage we would have seen out there. But I gotta tell you, I mean, it's really tough seeing that many cars damaged and out of the race. But me and my second appendix honestly had a great time today. It was really kicking in there today, and I know that usually means it was excited. And honestly, I haven't felt a kick like that usually unless we're listening to some trap music. So good on this race to make me and my second appendix just really happy out here today. Guys?
Anthony, are you sure you're just not pregnant?
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, you felt a kick.
He called you fat.
Yeah, these second appendixes do that, Tristan. They kick. This is Maple Regency. This isn't pregnancy. What the fuck does that mean, dude?
Also, just have to take a look at Walter Cooler getting a 41st place finish. He was up in the top 4 going into this race, and I don't think he's going to hold on to that with a 41st place finish.
Probably not.
So it's really going to come down to CRI Superspeedway to really set the playoff field. Welcome Mark, I guess, to said playoff field, I guess. We'll see what he can do in Pyongyang, I guess. It's just, hopes aren't high, but gotta win nonetheless. He'll be in the Cup Series next season. LOL. That wraps things up here from the 8 Bowl. Thank you for joining us for a very, I'm going to say the word again, unorthodox night of tow truck racing. And for everyone to hear in the booth, thank you for watching. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Tristan doesn't, though. He's in a bad mood. Yeah, you are. Mark, I guess, ekes out. And there's the heartache for Walter.
One of these days.
You know what? Fuck you. I am mad.